Welcome to Up All Night with the Cool Story Show. This is an adult-themed podcast where we talk girls, we talk sex, we talk relationships, we talk dirty, and we do not hold back. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's stay up all night. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Up All Night with the Cool Story Show.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm Andy Spiteri, joined by Aaron Corbett, Diamond Dave Meyer. We're here to bring you some more Up All Night goodness. Are you guys ready?
Yes, we are.
Are you ready?
Now I am.
I'm ready.
So
Okay.
back in my day, we were always ready.
Oh, get off my lawn, Dave.
Yeah. Old Man Dave, that's your new name.
All right.
Yeah.
Today we are here to talk about how many times you've visited Voyeurville. How many times that you've...
Not Pleasantville, Dave.
Yeah.
Voyeurville.
Because that would be a 1 hour Up All Night at least. So, what I'm talking about, of course, is places or times you've banged that weren't necessarily in a bed or with somewhere private or anything like that. So, we always start off with Dave. Aaron, why don't you start us off this time? We always put Dave on the
Shit,
spot.
I was just trying to think of the most public place to tell you first.
Well, I got.
Okay, I'll just-
Alright, you know what?
Here, I'll just go.
We'll start with the diamond. We'll start with the diamond.
Do you want them all, or do you want them?
No, let's take one from you, one from you, one from me, and we'll do it like that.
Go rotate.
Go.
Yeah.
My biggest famous one was I was at a birthday party,
I
Mario.
knew that was coming up.
and I was with my current girlfriend at the time, and we were at Chuck E. Cheese, and
Oh, yeah,
everyone was
yeah.
kind of playing the games and eating pizza, and they had this big ball pin, and this was with Tide to Go, and she looked at me and she's like,
Infamous Tide to Go.
ball pin. It's kind of empty. I was like, yeah, it is. She's like, do you want to go play? I was like, I don't want to fucking play in the ball pit. She's like, no. Do you want to play? And she like lifted up her dress a bit. I was like, yes, I do. So we proceeded to bang in the ball pit of Chuck E. Cheese.
Kids, if a woman ever asks you that, you say yes
Yeah.
and get in. If an old man
Looks
asks you
like that
you
pin
say
needs
yes
2
and get
more
in.
balls, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll say this. I don't have a lot of fetishes, but I love banging in public. I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I've never said no to a challenge.
So you were able to completely put it in there in public in the ball pin, and no one caught you?
What?
Did anyone else come in the ball pin while you guys were?
No, thankfully, because that would have been like if little Johnny had come running in and started running.
Do you like
around
under? Were you like?
You would have
under
been.
the
You would have been
balls?
fucking charged as a sex offender, man.
You would have been in fucking trouble.
Yeah. That's.
Anyway, you weren't. Good for you.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty ballsy. Sorry.
Sakes. Andy, what have you done?
Well, I have a lot of stories, to be honest.
too.
Like,
Me too.
I'm just trying to think of the interesting ones off the top of my
yeah,
head.
like my first girlfriend just loved to fuck anywhere. Like, one of the ones actually, because I was there not too long ago. I was downtown in the Devonian Gardens, which is this nice little atrium that we have in our city, and I was there with a friend, and I looked over to a spot and I was like, I banged over there, and she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And it was during Stampede one year, and me and my girlfriend were stampeding, and it's hot, we're in heat, so we're just like, let's go bang somewhere, and we go and obviously try and find a spot in Stampede, but like fuck, there's just people everywhere, right? So we leave and we go to this building, and we have we're on like a rooftop parkade, and we were gonna do it there, but then fucking cars were just coming and going and coming and going. So we get to Devonian Gardens and coming and going, and so we get to Devonian Gardens, and then we go to kind of the bottom where the stairs are, and there's not really anyone around. That's before they did the renos, and when it was a lot more like fucking foresty, right?
Yeah, I remember back in
So
the day.
I mean, we go over, and I fucking, I'm like, okay, bend over and whatever, and then, we go to town, all the fucking birds are flying away, and like,
I just had this epic vision of like, you've just been like, I'm finishing, and the doves fly out at me.
fucking bear comes. No, it was pretty sweet. That's one place I can think of off the top of my head. But like, I mean, this chick was just like.
I can think of a bunch. I have a different one because you were inside. You were inside.
Mine was inside, but like an outside forum.
We're all about the jokes here on the Cool Story Show. I have done it outside a couple times. One in the middle of the day in a field.
Yep.
And I mean like a field like in Signal Hill area of the city, and there's just fucking houses. There's a bike path. It's a pretty busy area, and we just I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I banged in a field, and it was like middle of the fucking day. We were just in kind of tall grass. I mean, like we were kind of covered, but not really. Like if anybody had come down a bike path that was like 10 or 15 feet away from us, they'd have fucking saw us. Gotta say, banging in the field, not the greatest thing in the world. But I'd do it again. And it doesn't matter where you have sex when you're in public, because it's always great. Because you're like, fuck, I'm in public, I get caught. Yeah. Like, Dave, you could have became a sex offender any second.
Like a registered one, not just the one.
Yeah.
I was banging one time on grass. Actually, right by Anderson train station, where the train went by, so they could, if they would have looked over, they could have seen. Ooh. And it was... yeah, I had grass stains on my knees and like.
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
No,
yeah, it's not good. Probably worse for her.
Like I would
back, but like.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, I would do it again, but
I don't really care. But
yeah,
I would do it again. Of course, I would do it again.
Not my preference.
No, but I mean, if that's where you are,
yes, if that's.
I'm not going to go somewhere else if she wants to fuck there. I'm just going to fuck there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Back to you.
Tied to go.
Okay,
again.
Tied to go, man. The legends. The legendary Tide.
What is this girl?
We get out of a movie, and it's really late. It's minus 35, and I was driving my first car, which was really old and shitty, and it won't start. And I'm like, and it's really cold, and she's like, fuck, warm me up somehow. I'm like, what do you? I can't get the car to start. She's like, well, let's just fuck. I'm like, it's really cold out. It's snowing. I can't get my car started, and you want to bang.
Gabe's penis is like that big. It's so
and she's like, yes, it'll warm me up. I'm like, whatever. So I rolled back the seats, and we did it, and it actually warms you up pretty good, I will say.
Did it warm your car up enough to start?
Why does he have Mario under the table?
Jesus. Put Mario back, man. Fuck.
Wash that off.
It was so crazy that it had actually moisturized the inside of the car.
Steamed it up.
And frozen the inside of the car.
Jesus.
Wow. Was that cold, huh?
It was.
Shit.
Did you get your car to start?
I had to call a friend to come and boost me.
Have any guys
After she boosted you?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, have any guys done it in an elevator?
No.
I actually don't think so, no.
I had a blowjob in an elevator.
I had...
That was awesome.
This is a blowjob story with a different girlfriend, and I don't know, when's the last time you guys rode to Drumheller?
When we went, probably last year.
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
That was probably the last time I was there.
On the way to Drumheller, there's this weird I can't remember if it's past Drumheller or before Drumheller, but there's this like weird little church, and it's really just a shack. It's probably only about 8 by 10.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I go in there with my girlfriend, and like we're in a church, and I was just like, this would be so hot if you gave me a blowjob right now, and she did. Actually, and speaking of one time, and I'm pretty sure you were there, Aaron. Me and the same girl were at the strippers, and it was her birthday, and we were walking home.
I think I was, yeah.
And she was so fucking drunk and like horny. She basically she actually did break my pants. Like she ripped the zipper off my pants. And I was like, we are walking home. Like we'll be there in 20 minutes. And she just she couldn't wait. So like ironically enough, speaking of churches, there was a church there, and it was like the only kind of secluded spot where people weren't living. So like, God forgive me, Father, but I have sinned. Like.
I've never done it in church. That'd be awesome. On like a confessional booth. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Dave's like,
that'd be cool.
Dave's like, you can't do that.
Dave is like
really
mad.
You can't
right
do that
now.
in church.
I'm not going to get mad if
Don't
you
do
bang
that.
in a church. I'm just saying I couldn't bang in a church.
Dave is disappointed.
I can bang anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Couldn't do it.
On a bus, on a bike.
I could bang anywhere except for a church.
On a slip and slide. It doesn't matter.
Just it's that you're not even. Oh, you are religious. Yeah.
So.
That's kind of shitty because I was making the argument for religion too, but whoops.
Whatever.
So I mean,
I don't care.
whatever. Yeah, you? Any more places?
Oh yeah. Bathroom in a restaurant, movie theater. I guess the movie theater wasn't sex technically, but
It's hard to have sex in a movie theater. I mean, you can get a beach pretty easy, but
yeah,
sex is more difficult.
Sex is tricky in a movie theater.
Yeah.
At work, I've talked about this before, and then
Many a
I think
time.
we've edited it out. But
Yeah.
yeah, at work
Let's not
awesome.
talk about work.
Could you do it at Disney World?
Yeah,
Yes,
And what ride?
all of them.
do it
Any
on
of them.
fucking Pirates of the
care.
Caribbean, man. It's dark. You can do it on any ride. Who
Literally, I
cares?
would do it on any ride. Doesn't matter. With Minnie
Minnie.
Mouse.
No.
Yeah, that's how I do.
Yeah, what's the big deal about Disney World? Is that like
No, I'm just curious if you guys would be able to just do it in a park setting, like if you
Oh, yeah.
were at Callaway Park,
anywhere, man.
getting head on the roller coaster or something.
I was at the
That would be wicked.
yeah.
Oh,
I was at a swimming pool, and me and my girlfriend went into the hot tub, and she was just like, "Come here, come sit by the bubbles, and we can like." And she's like, "Put your hand on the bubble so that it starts bubbling up really, really a lot, so you can't really see under that." And she started like going to town. Like obviously we're in a fucking pool, so there's not much you can do, but like there were other people in this hot tub, and she's just doing her thing, and like fucking. I actually like finished underwater in the hot tub, which was super, super strange. But it's chlorinated, so it's okay.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not okay.
But it is.
Dude!
What?
Ah! I'm never going to a hot tub again for the rest of my life.
What's so bad?
Not with you.
There's chlorination. There's
It doesn't
filters.
matter. Would you be able? Okay, if you were to go to a hot tub now, knowing that you jizzed in a hot tub, could you go in a hot tub?
Sure,
now?
we're all friends.
Bullshit.
That's
What do you
like
mean?
you're getting into jizz soup.
Okay, jizz soup has lots of filters and a very rigid cleaning procedure on it. I'm sure. Okay, it's not that bad.
No, wouldn't do it. It's that bad. No, he's okay with it. I
I-
like jizz
yeah.
soup. Apparently.
Okay, well, fuck it, we're all friends. I mean, like.
We're all friends, but I wouldn't want you to come into a hot tub full of my fucking jizz.
What's wrong
in it.
with you? Jesus.
Okay, it's not a fucking hot tub full of fucking jizz. It was one little.
It doesn't matter. One little speck of it contaminates the whole thing.
It wasn't that bad. The filters probably nerfed it right. All the little sperm
Andy likes
babies.
jizzing in hot tubs and then staying in the hot tub.
And you know what? It was really
In his own
well.
jizz.
No, I didn't stay in the hot tub because I got kicked out.
For jizzing in the hot
Did
tub?
they catch you?
Well, they knew something was going on, so they were just like, "You guys need to leave. This is like a family establishment, and it looks like you're fucking jerking him off." And that was their polite way of saying, like, "Get the fuck out," because I could see you jerking him off. Which is really awkward because there was a really hot lifeguard actually that came up to me and said that. So I didn't actually stay in the hot tub after we made it hotter. So yeah, I got kicked out after. But I mean I'm just saying that all the little sperm eggs and stuff, they did get decimated by the heat of the water.
Matter.
I'm just
It's still there.
it's really not though because they got
But it is.
they got obliterated.
No, they're
it
still
doesn't.
there. The jizz is still swirling around.
Why aren't you guys happy for me?
No, I am. No, that's great. I'm just saying I wouldn't get in the hot tub. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You fucking jizz in all the hot tubs you want.
Yeah, just don't. Just tell me, tell me which ones you do so I can.
Yeah, I just want to avoid those.
Whatever, man. Don't hate me because you hate me. Okay?
I don't hate
I
you.
don't-
I just hate the hot tub. I don't hate you.
I think you guys are overacting, but whatever. Dave, do you have any more?
Chinese food restaurant.
Oh, you want my spring roll?
Hey, Dave, how good was it?
So good.
Oh, good.
Time to go.
You're welcome,
Oh
Asian
my
fans.
god, yeah. Oh, I'd give you some soy sauce for that hot noodle.
And we ordered our food, and she's like, "Well, we got like 10, 15 minutes to kill. Do you want to?" I was like, "All right."
Was it time to go?
It's time to go.
Of course it was time to go. It's always
Of course it was
fucking
time to go. Okay,
Jesus.
I'm gonna. This was a very more conservative in the sense girlfriend that she didn't like to have public sex. But the one time I convinced her, it was we were in a fucking field doing something, and she was just like, "Well, I would blow you, but like there might be people around." And I was like, "Get the fuck down and just do it." And she was like, "Well, I don't really want to." And I was like, "Don't be a fucking pussy." And so that got her going, and then yeah. So that's. I try not to lump all my stories together with my first girlfriend because that was definitely by far the most adventurous. But you
Do you know what I hate? I hate girls that only like to do it in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a girlfriend like this year that might surprise you that wanted to like on the balcony.
I've done it on the balcony.
Yeah.
Of this
building. Of this building, of my apartment right there.
I've done it on 2 different balconies on this building.
And you know what? It's harder than you might think, actually, because. Well, I mean, it is because you have to. You know, there's not really anything to like for her to bend over on or grab onto. She basically has to be very flexible, and you have to be able to, you know, tell her like grab the poles of the balcony and don't let go, and trust that I'm not going to bash your head into it because that's
what I did the first time. Like she was standing up,
right.
bent over, holding on the rail. The second time we had like a chair,
so it was
easier.
Well, that would be a good idea.
The chair made it a lot easier because I just sat down.
Because it is a lot harder than you might naturally assume. It's not just as easy as just like
right now. Yeah, definitely a lot harder.
Finish us off, Dave.
Finish us off.
I really don't have any notable other public places. You guys have never experienced this. Is Roadhead?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And that's fucking awesome.
Did you keep your nice?
You want to talk about like?
Was it tied to go?
Yes,
of course, it was tied to go. Aaron, can you tell us a story that's not tied to go?
I'm sorry, I've really only had one adventurous girlfriend.
Oh, well, okay. That's
I
fair.
got caught in the locker room of like a pool. I don't remember what the pool where it was called.
Was it the same?
I guess it was.
Hot Tub was?
I don't know.
Family Leisure Center?
The Southland Leisure Center?
No, Family.
Oh no,
Trico.
This was that one. This was Southland.
Aw, dude.
So like, see, he goes to that one. You bathed in his jizz soup.
It dissolved after like 2 seconds.
Forever.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You may as well just shower in his jizz from now on. So we, I took the
Not that bad.
me and this girl she wasn't actually my girlfriend. We were just sort of seeing each other, I guess. And we went to the pool and we were swimming around, just hanging out and doing whatever. And like I was fucking frisky. Like I wanted to fucking bang her because she's in her bathing suit.
Yeah.
She looks good. You're just like fuck. Like you're almost naked. Like
Well, see, that's the
he's
thing
so
about the fucking
easy.
pool.
Like,
Swimsuits are
you're
sexy.
basically naked
Yeah.
right now. And you know what?
And you can grab them underwater.
And you know what? They're easier to get off than
Oh,
underwear
yeah.
and stuff because you just pull 2 strings and fucking is off.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going at it, and I eventually convinced her, and I literally it was kind of a slow Tuesday or Wednesday morning, something like that, and I kind of we ran into the guys' locker room, and there's that was the last time I was actually there, and there's stalls that the doors kind of close.
Mm-hmm.
So we went one of those,
Yeah.
and she was kind of up on a bench, and I was banging her from behind, and a couple minutes later, there's literally got caught, and there was a knock on our door, and you guys got to get out right now, or we're gonna call the cops. You got to leave, and it was 2 guys, and the girl I was with was the most embarrassed I've ever seen a human being in my life. She couldn't even speak, and I was just yeah. And he's like, okay, let's go. And I was like, could you give me a minute? And he's like, let's go now. And I was like, oh.
Did you have to open the fucking door?
I was like, all right. And so we put our clothes back on and open the door, and there's 2 guys standing out there. There's little kid and people in the locker room, and they're all just every adult in that locker room was glaring at me. The kids were just fucking, they didn't know what was going on. I was just oh, fuck's sakes. This is at that point, I looked at the ceiling, I'm like, oh, that's rock bottom.
You fucking despicable motherfucker.
Sweet. And I didn't even finish. And then she was so embarrassed, she just wanted to leave. We laughed about it afterwards, banged her later that day. But don't get caught banging a girl in a locker room where there are a family place.
The
It's
worst
frowned
thing,
upon.
well, at least we're in a family leisure center. I mean, that's a family.
True. And at least I haven't bathed in your jizz soup like Dave.
Well, okay. I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna finish this off with the time that I got caught.
Still funny.
I was at Anderson train station. It's not that bad, okay? Jesus, it was years ago.
Remind me not to touch you anymore.
Fuck.
Is there anything on this apartment you haven't come on?
Yeah, you. Yeah. Okay, so I was at Anderson station, and I don't even know what the fuck me and her were thinking, but we went we didn't even really hide ourselves. We were just probably no one will come, and we started going at it.
That's
and,
a train station, by the way.
Yeah, it's a train station, and so we started going at it, and then someone just and went to the fucking like section that was right by the door where all like the train drivers go on their breaks or something like that. So one train driver just walks by and like I'm like mid like kind of positioning myself and he's like, and I'm fucking like 19 and I was like,
and he's like, oh.
And so my girlfriend is just like. Like, so it was just really awkward. It felt like it lasted forever. So there's this like awkward like Clint Eastwood stare down between all of us, and it's like,
Can you give me a minute?
Was your dick just like?
Oh yeah, it was done. It was
what
like
happened to me.
Lake Placid.
Yeah, it was
like
did it hide? Did it like?
Well, I wasn't really even in yet. I was like getting into
that's too
position, so like I was nestling against it, but
you're guiding it in.
Yeah, so I
You're in
was
proximity
here,
alert.
and then I got caught when I was about here. So, it's
So
just
you were
like,
at that
You're Matt Damon in
point.
Inception. You can't quite get the lock on it.
pretty much,
And then you
pretty
explode
much,
the
and then I didn't explode. That's for sure.
Matt Damon wasn't in Inception.
Oh, Interstellar.
Interstellar. That's what you mean.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert, you
Yeah.
fuckers!
If you haven't
Spoilers.
seen the movie yet, it's
Okay.
been out for what?
Since November.
Exactly.
Shame on you anyway. Spoiler.
Cut it out.
Tisk.
All right. Well, I think that about
Cool,
wraps up
that's
our
good.
trips to Voyeurville.
We're despicable.
Hide your hot tubs.
It's not that bad, okay? The chemicals in there dissolve it after a couple of seconds. It's not even a big
On
deal.
the tweets on Dave at Dave Meyer 7.
It's not a big
Dave Meyer
deal.
7.
Change your Twitter handle to showering in jizz. I'm A Corbin 48.
Cherry 316.
Check our other videos out on Cool Story Show quickies. Go to our site, thecoolstoryshow.com. Look at all our stuff there, and yeah, this is a fun. This is
Hey.
a fun up all night. Thank you for watching.
Who wants to go swimming?